Jane Goodall is very well known for her studies on chimpanzees, but she has done a lot more. She followed her passion and curiosity to make many important discoveries.
Jane Goodall was born on April 3, 1934 in London, England. Her father was an engineer and her mother was a secretary. As a child, Jane was inspired about books about animals in Africa such as Dr. Dolittle and Tarzan. She went to Africa for her first time when she got an invitation from her friend to stay at her friend's grandparents' farm in Kenya, Africa for 6 months. Soon she began searching for a job in Africa so that she could stay. She introduced herself to Louis Leakey, curator of Nairobi's Natural History Museum. Louis Leakey was studying human evolution. He gave Jane a job as his secretary. Before she even started, he asked her to go on an expedition to Gombe Stream Game Reserve in Tanzania to study chimpanzees for his research on human evolution. This is exactly what Jane wanted to do. When they finally started, their group consisted of Jane, her mother, and their cook Dominic. They slept in tents and were pestered by flies and unreliable vehicles. Jane earned the trust of the local people by setting up a medical clinic, and the local people provided 2 guides. The guides were slow and would not keep up with Jane's pace and endurance. In August, Jane and her mother got malaria for 2 weeks. Before she got sick, she observed many chimpanzees, but she only confirmed other scientists' observations. After her recovery, she returned to make her most important discovery, that chimpanzees are omnivores, eating both meat and berries, and that they use tools. She discovered that chimps are individuals with personalities and live in communities where each one has a place in the group. By now, Jane had studied chimpanzees more than anyone else had in the wild before. Next, she decided to go to Cambridge to earn a PhD so that her work would be taken seriously by other scientists. She also needed photos of the chimpanzees for her work to be popular. She met photographer Hugo van Laurick, and they fell in love and married while working together. Suddenly, the chimps started to get sick and paralyzed. They found it was polio and vaccinated the chimps and the researchers. They discovered that chimps and humans can share diseases. Jane has a son named after his father, and that inspired her to write and study chimpanzees' babies. One group of chimpanzees attacked another group, and Jane discovered that chimps aren't always peaceful. They're sometimes even cannibals. Also, around this time, her camp was attacked by rebels, and some researchers were taken hostage. She saved the researchers, but she lost a lot of funding. Jane Goodall started the Jane Goodall Institute to secure funding for her work. She also helped chimps in zoos and those used in scientific research to have better lives. Now she focuses on education to make a better future for chimpanzees and humans. Jane Goodall believes every individual matters, whether human or animal. Every individual can make a difference.